Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
The Fargo Police Department is investigating a recent crime spree after they arrested a man who had a laundry list of items on him that didn't exactly belong to him. 35-year-old Jesse Fett is charged with possession of stolen property and could soon be facing several other charges for thefts and burglaries. This after officers found many suspicious items like a set of master keys, a backpack full of quarters, burglary tools, and stolen packages. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley dug deeper into what exactly police found in Fett's possession. Bailey?
Andrea, police say Jesse Fett hadn't checked in with his probation officer yet on November 29th when police spotted his car parked at the Baymont Hotel in South Fargo. Police knocked on Fett's hotel room and say he allowed officers into the room but told them they couldn't look in any bags. Officers found a package sitting in plain view on a dresser that was addressed to someone other than Fett. But Fett told them it was his friend's. Police say the package had about $200 worth of items in it and that it was stolen from a local apartment building's entryway. Now, during a search on Fett's car, officers found a set of apartment master keys, a backpack full of quarters, possibly linked to several vandalized laundry machines in the area, as well as other package thefts, including one on 9th Avenue South. Andrea?
All right, thank you, Bailey. Fett was convicted on felony burglary and theft charges earlier this year. Court documents state he broke into the construction shop Elite Acoustics and Flooring and stole over $3,000 worth of power tools. Fett was sentenced to 18 months of probation. Authorities say a Fargo man faces multiple charges after evading police and driving recklessly through Fargo. Officers say 30-year-old Leroy Manning ran red lights, drove backwards, and continually tried to bait officers by driving past them slowly and giving them unfriendly hand gestures. Fargo police found Manning's red Dodge Charger just before 4:30 this morning and tried to pull him over, but they say he wouldn't stop. They eventually used stop sticks to stop his car at 9th Avenue and 42nd Street South later this morning. Manning surrendered and was arrested for fleeing in a motor vehicle, reckless endangerment, and driving under suspension, which is his fourth offense in 5 years. A daycare in Enderlin High School is getting backlash after a provider working there admitted to Snapchatting with a student. A viewer reached out to our whistleblower hotline with their concerns, so we investigated. Philip French, the superintendent of Enderlin area schools, tells us the daycare provider and a student met outside of school. He says there's no evidence of any sexual contact, but there is an investigation that's being done to determine that. At Valley News Live at 6, we'll tell you what precautionary measures the daycare and the school have taken so far. Fargo police want your help figuring out who this person is. They say this person is involved in recent rent box thefts. If you know who that person is, call the tip line 241-5777 and reference photo number 89. The temps dropped a bit today, but we'll see more of a drop later on tonight. Hutch is here with the latest. Hutch?
Thanks, Andrea. We do have an area of snow continuing mainly in north central North Dakota near the Minot area. Roads are pretty slippery in this area, according to the North Dakota Department of Transportation. So we look at this snow patch. It's moving basically south-southeast. We do have a few light flurries showing up on the radar between Grand Forks and Ada at this time. Those could be drifting into the FM area and Lakes Country here over the next hour or so. Temperatures are in the teens for most up north, 20 in Fargo. And this is as warm as will be for a couple of days, so get out and enjoy. This evening, temperatures slipping into the lower teens. The north wind picks up around 15 to 20 miles per hour. As far as flurries go, our chances of that should be ending by the time we go through the 9 to 10 o'clock hour. Overnight, bitter cold temperatures are expected for your Thursday morning. I'll have details on that and a weekend warm-up. I'm sure you'll want to hear about that here in a few minutes.
Yeah, thanks
you bet.
Very much. Prosecutors have filed formal charges against the man suspected in a shooting at a Moorhead Hornbachers that sent one person to the hospital. 23-year-old Kevin Blocker is now facing 2 first-degree attempted murder charges and 2 second-degree assault charges, along with 4 other charges. 21-year-old Sabrina Martins has been released from jail. The incident happened in the South Moorhead Hornbachers parking lot Sunday night. One teenager was taken to the hospital for a superficial wound. Blocker and Martin were later arrested at the Moorhead Taco Bell. A judge set Blocker's bail at $1 million. A plane had to make an emergency landing at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport early this morning. Airport officials say the Norwegian Air flight was headed from Oakland to Paris, but around 1:30 this morning, it was diverted to MSP because of a disorderly passenger on board. At this point, we don't know what the person did, but we're told they were intoxicated. Police took the person off the plane and to the hospital. The plane continued on its route. The former manager of an area grain elevator who police say stole $5 million has turned himself in after being on the run. 56-year-old Jerry Hennessy is charged in federal court with mail fraud. He made his initial court appearance yesterday. According to the criminal complaint, Hennessy defrauded the Ashby Farmers Cooperative Elevator in Ashby for 15 years, from 2003 through at least September of 2018. Court records say he spent the money on exotic hunting safaris, taxidermy, and credit card debt. In September, the co-op set up a meeting with Hennessy about payments made to himself or for his personal expenses, but he didn't show up. Hennessy's friends told investigators that he told them he had taken money from his employer and was in trouble. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum has unveiled a $14.3 billion budget that raises state spending 5% and looks to replenish reserves that were used to balance previous budgets. His two-year blueprint was presented to the legislature this morning. It offers state employee pay raises and spending increases on education, human services, and infrastructure projects. The plan would also use $300 million of the interest from the state's voter-approved oil tax savings account for education loans and grants. Minnesota's next Attorney General, Keith Ellison, took his listening tour to Duluth. The public was invited to attend and speak with the Attorney General-elect before taking office next month. Ellison says he wants to hear from people all over the state to help him know the priorities of those living in northern Minnesota. Gun control, civil liberties, and environmental protections were all big topics of discussion. Shopko has announced plans to close 39 stores across the country, including 4 in North Dakota and 1 in Minnesota. The retailer is closing the locations, most of them Shopko hometown stores, after a liquidation sale. The sale starts on December 7th, and the stores are expected to close at the end of February. For a full list of stores closing, go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story. The Holiday Center Mall in Moorhead today unveiled its new public electric vehicle charging hub. The ZEF Energy charging station is located at 800 Holiday Drive. It allows up to 3 cars to charge at one time, including 1 direct current fast charger and 2 level 2 chargers. The fast charger provides 200 miles of battery range for every hour of charging time. The level 2 chargers provide 25 miles of battery range per hour.
I'm overjoyed about the fact that we managed to get the first fast charging hub in this part of the country. It's going to allow people to have the confidence to buy electric vehicles in Fargo-Moorhead. And the cool thing is that we're installing in Fergus Falls, in Alexandria, and in St. Cloud as well.
For the next month at Holiday Center, the charging hub is free to use. After that, it's $6 to $9 for every 30 minutes of charging. Santa is taking over Rowe Farm here in Fargo and has transformed it into his village. And you can visit this weekend or next to tour his house, see some of his reindeer, decorate cookies with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Santa's village is also getting people in the holiday spirit by letting them choose a small act of kindness.
We have our kindness wall this year where you can take a slip of paper with a random act of kindness on it and just do nice things for somebody else that doesn't cost any money at all.
Santa's Village at Rowe Farm is free. It's located at 2902 25th Street South in Fargo. The Fargo Parks District is asking you to bring items for some donations, such as non-perishable food items, new or gently used toys, or monetary donations. We are beyond excited to announce that our very own Rose Itzkovitz has given birth to a beautiful baby girl. Meet Riley Bree. She was born last night around 10:30 at 8 pounds, 21 ounces. Putting gas in your car could soon be